Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Run, jump, lisp, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ankeny Stadium here in Ankeny, Iowa, for quite the rubber match on hand. It's the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars, ranked number 3 in Class 3A, taking on the 5th-ranked Ankeny Hawkettes. Blake Walker, Justin Forster with you here this evening. A little bit of a different time. This time of game has started or changed quite a bit. We're starting here at the top of the hour at 5 o'clock. The boys' game is on a separate – it's on CISN. Andy Pollock's crew is taking care of that over at Ankeny Centennial High School. We're racing the rain tonight. It's windy, Justin. A lot of factors kind of go into a game like this. Bottom line, these are two really phenomenal teams. And you said it before we went out live on there. This town just breeds athletes, and there's a lot of good athletes on the field tonight.
They breed athletes. I remember when they went to 2 schools and there was a fiasco about going to 2 schools. But you look at it now, both institutions are breeding the athletes here. It's 3 versus 5. It's going to be an exciting game tonight, as per normal. Obviously, last year, Centennial coming off with a win. A different style of play we'll see with the new coach, Mason, with the Ankeny Hawkettes this game.
Ankeny Centennial is 4-0 on the season. Wins over Prairie, Linn-Mar, Urbandale, and Dowling Catholic. Ankeny is 3-2. Wins over Cedar Falls, Linn-Mar, and just coming off a win over number 9 Johnston 2-1. They did drop a game to Waverly Shellrock, who's ranked first down in Class 2A, and then they lost to Valley, who's number 2 in 3A. So both these teams have been tested. Centennial, Justin, has really taken care of business in this rivalry. They've tied once, but other than that, 9-2-1 Centennial favors. They have had this rivalry pretty much figured out.
Well, when you look at the percentages, 79 to 20% in the favor of Centennial's way. So obviously there's a little bit of a bite coming from Ankeny. Hawkettes, they want to win this game. They're really pushing for it. But when you look at both rosters, I mean, Centennial unbeaten and looking very good right now.
We're going to send it down to the field for your starting lineups here for Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial.
And your Centennial Jaguars. The administration staff, students of Centennial High School support our state activity association in making good sportsmanship a priority. Negative comments and acts directed toward players, coaches, fans, or officials do nothing positive for the development of these young people as future citizens. Please enjoy tonight's match and be a good sport. Now it's time to introduce tonight's starting lineups. First, let's meet the starters for the Hawks.
Looks like it's going to be Ankeny.
A junior, number 4, Sophia Kapar.
So I'm just be ready to...
Junior, number 5, Presley Sullivan. Senior, number 6, Ava Paoli. Sophomore, number 7, Abby Steinkamp. Sophomore, number 12, Houston Peterson. A junior, number 13, Isabel Squires. Senior, number 24, Kyla Sheffield. Senior, number 25, Allison Hawkins. A senior, number 26, Sydney Van Howling. And senior, number 29, Avery Taylor. In goal for Ankeny tonight, a sophomore, number 1, Paige Hart. Hawks are coached by Devin Mason, assistants, Kimberly Mason, Hannah Haran, and Brittany Frederick. Now let's meet the starters for your Centennial Jaguars. At forward, a senior, number 2, Piper Zeman. A junior at defender, number 5, McKenna Gray. At defender, a sophomore, number 8, Hadley Vernon. She's at defender and forward, a junior, number 11, Josie Eilinger. She's a senior, defender and midfield, number 12, Emily Becker. Forward and defender, a freshman, number 13, Billy Pazzetti. A junior, you find her at midfield, number 15, Maddie Postgame. Midfielder, a senior, number 20, Emily Conger. A sophomore, midfield, number 22, Grace Hospital. She's defender, a senior, number 23, Abby Boyle. In goal for the Jaguars, a junior, number 99, Logan Litchfield. Jaguars are coached by Chris Allen. Assistant Sam Lopez, Noah Schnauzer, Daniel Jackson, and Amber Medici. Your trainer for tonight, courtesy of Ankeny Doctors of Physical Therapy, is Mackenzie McCoy. And now,
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Run, jump, lisp, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Welcome back to Ankeny Stadium for Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial. Rubber match going on here this evening. Early start here at Ankeny Stadium, trying to race the rain that's coming here. I think we're going to be okay, but that's famous last words. Blake Walker, Justin Vorster with you here, talking about it there in the pregame, but two phenomenal teams, two well-coached teams, two teams that we expect to see in Ames here in just a month or so for the state tournament, because this really feels like a state tournament matchup.
Derby game, state tournament matchup, quality teams that we're looking at here. As you can see on the field right now, that's the Ankeny Hawkettes looking for some revenge, being on the tail end of things over the last couple of years. Player to look out for here, Centennial. Credit to Madeline Posma, tore her ACL in August of 26. Here she is here, starting again today. She's played 4 and scored 4 goals. Phenomenal.
Most of the time you tear your ACL, it's about a 9-month recovery. I mean, that's far less than 9 months. Postma's done a great job. She'll be one to watch today. Another one to watch out for, sitting right there at the middle point here, center for Ankeny, their top player, Ava Paoli. Huge cast on her right arm, so clearly an injury there. Everybody fights through whatever they got going on. Ankeny's going to be in white. Ankeny Centennial's going to be in black. We are underway here at Ankeny Stadium. Last year's match, a 3-0 victory for the Jaguars. The year before that was a tie.
Speaking of Paoli, I remember when she was coming off the bench as a freshman, and through the years I've kept track, always try to get on these games. I love the Derby games, especially this one here. There's so much in it because a lot of these girls play together at a club level, so there's a bit of banter going back and forth, prior to the game and that, but once it comes on the field and they're at it, the gloves are off.
McKenna Gray running with it here down the near touchline.
Randy, you good?
Nice little back and forth. Here's Gray. Going to center with the left leg and misses to the left. Wind is blowing out of the west, out headed probably northwest. So not a bad shot by any means. This game has been plagued by weather the last couple of years, whether it be heavy rain, really cold, winds are up. They play through the most of it here at Ankeny Stadium. The boys game going on over at Centennial High School. That started at the same time this one got going. Going to have a foul called, I believe, over there, so it's going to be Ankeny ball.
We always look forward to the doubleheader. I remember last year the Storms were coming in and had a little bit of rain and it passed over. I suspect a nervy start here. They will be at 100. There will be a high intensity, but a nervous start from both teams.
There's a run out on the far side that's kicked out last second by Evie Boyle. So Boyle able to save.
Evie Boyle, the center back.
So now a throw in on the far side here for the Hawkettes. This one kicked off and missing to the left on the attempt by Avery Taylor, one of the captains.
Deflection off Boyle. It's going to be a corner there.
So good catch, corner kick it is. It's going to be Sophia Kephardt's going to be the one to kick. And the wind's going to be sending this thing to the left, looking at it here on the screen. So see if Kephardt can do anything with it here.
Centennial going player on each post, leaving one player, Hawkette player in front of the goalkeeper.
Kick on the way, drops in front of the goal, couple misses. Paoli got a leg on it, but then dropping in front is Litchfield. Boy, oh, so close there. We'll see if we can maybe get a replay in a little bit, but Paoli had a shot, and everybody got stuck together.
There was a crucial block there. And luckily, the deflection just went into the arms of the goalkeeper, Litchfield.
This one headed out of bounds, so it'll be Ankeny Centennial ball trying to get rolling here. Here's the replay on the corner kick, Justin.
So decent corner played in. Wasn't cleared first time. There's the slight block from Boyle. Did Eversley, she put in a crucial block there. It was critical.
Solid start there for the Hawks. Can't finish on the corner kick. And we keep going here. Ball's in midfield. It is going to be a handball on Centennial. Temperatures here, 70 degrees. Strong wind gusts headed to the northwest. And sun's just going to keep popping in and out here as the evening goes on.
Familiar name in the Centennial lineup, Pizzetti. Well-known name around the Ankeny parts, I would say. Freshman, number 13. In a 4-4-2 shape here for Centennial.
Freshman on these type of rosters, it means you're pretty good. Here is Postma on the run out, but can't quite get there in time. Ankeny defender is able to get in front. It will still be Centennial ball.
The entry ball played into Postma. Postma started to run a little bit too early. Made the most of it. And I see it's Pizzetti and Postma that are playing up front in the 4-4-2. It might change into a 4-3-3 at times.
Eilinger was the one to throw in for Centennial as Postma's just kind of awkwardly waiting, and she's able to kind of bait her way into a corner kick. Nicely done. I think that went off the leg of Kyla Schapfeld. And now it is Piper Zeman who's going to be the one to take the corner. Into the wind, mind you, though.
Good awareness there from Ankeny Hawks. Just two players going out to the short corner.
Zeman's kick on the way. It almost wrapped its way around. Just off the backside. Paige Hertz, the sophomore goalkeeper for Ankeny, had her work cut out for her there. Take a look at the replay here.
Fantastic ball played in. Look at that in swing into the far post. Just lunging. That's where you've got to take the opportunity and put your left foot on it, get it across the goal mouth.
Emery Becker, number 12, was almost there, but the ball ran out of room before she had a chance. This one's going to roll out past the touchline, and it is Centennial ball. McKenna Gray. Nope, it's going to be Boyle's going to come in and throw this one.
Boyle has a long throw. Opts to go short on that one.
She heard you. A little bit of a miss kick there. McKenna Gray sends that one out of the back, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Hawkettes.
Evie Boyle does have a long throw, and as you noticed, the Hawkettes dropped off into the penalty area, creating the space for the short one. It was good thinking, you know. So you always expect the first one to go into the penalty area and change things up, which is great. Nice passage of play there from Centennial.
Centennial staying patient here, surveying options. Now they go to the back. Here's Boyle with it now. She'll work this way up the pitch. A ball that was intended to be cleared out, got caught in the wind. Now who are they going to give it to? They're going to say it is Centennial ball. Emily Conger got knocked in the head by another player. And nope, we're going to try it again. Now here's your throw in. McKenna Gray and Evie Boyle were going, didn't know who wanted to take it. Now Ankeny has a chance to maybe get a run going. Ball kicked out. Ankeny ball here, continuing to run. This is Abby Steinkamp going to be the one to throw in here for the Hawkettes. Ball sent up ahead, a little bit of contact. Kaylee Pizzetti had it there momentarily. Now here is Postma. Madeline sends it up the pitch, and here's Piper Zeman trying to get there, but can't get there in time. Rolls out of the back, and it's going to be a goal kick once again.
You'll find that with a lot of teams think you've got the wind behind you, but that ball will roll away quickly, especially on this turf. Me personally, I prefer going into the wind because it will hold up play slightly.
Paige Hartz kicks this one out. 22 saves on the year for the sophomore goalkeeper. This one's going to toe the line, and McKenna Gray hops on it.
Look at the space on the far side. If Centennial can get that ball out wide early, but you can see the white jerseys of Hawkettes have managed to cover ground.
That ball did not get the bounce that Ava Paoli wanted, and should be, nope, it's going to be Ankeny ball. So they do catch a break there. Paoli and Avery Taylor, two of the captains, two of the forwards that are going to be really working hard against this Centennial defense. Ball in the center here now, backing things up with Kyla Schapfeld. Now they go all the way backwards. Sydney Van Howling and company back there. Another run-out chance for Centennial. Here goes Pizzetti. Can she race it down? No, she cannot. A couple times here, Justin. They've kicked it ahead, but just not enough on it.
Yeah, it's just the weight of the pass, just over-hitting the ball, especially with the wind behind them. These are moments maybe to play it into feet and just, they've got the quality to do it, just work in combinations with the two up front. As you can see, the Hawkettes are lined up with a back four and two holding midfielders in front. In a 4-2-3-1, very, very narrow. Shapes into a 4-3-3 going forward, but they look very organized off the ball.
This is Hadley
Although the
Berg.
back line hasn't pushed up, there's too many gaps between the lines.
So you got Bergen, and then you got Boyle here. Boyle's with it. Now they go over to Bergen. Now they try to find a gap in the Hawkette defense. Pushing up was Josie Eilinger. Ankeny trying to fight with it over there, I believe. I thought that was Morgan Walls. We'll check again here when they come around. There's Van Howling. Over on the far side is Eilinger again. Going to be Ankeny ball. 10 minutes gone by here, Justin. A lot of offense for Centennial. Ankeny had the one corner kick, and that's pretty much all we've seen for the Hawkettes so far.
Yeah, Ankeny had the better chance of the corner. Should have been dealt with. Deflection off Boyle. It was an easy one for Litchfield eventually, although Centennial had the corners. Pizzetti picks up here, but Centennial had the corner. And it in swing into the far post, but unfortunately wasn't got a hold of. It was a good ball. But you can see they've been effective on set plays, both teams.
Good defense that time by Presley Sullivan. Kept the ball in play. Now Centennial working with it here in the middle. Grace Poskovich goes backwards. This time was Conger. More back and forth, but again, just too far out in front for Centennial. Staying aggressive, though, Ankeny will have a throw-in. It was not a goal kick, so a far corner throw-in for the Hawkettes. Here's Gray stepping up from the midfield position. Grace works to Postma. Madeline centers, fires, and pushed out of the way. It is going to stay in, though. Hartz did a good job. That one's cleared out momentarily. Drops right into Postma's lap. It touches her hand, though, as she's trying to get it down to her feet. And Ankeny breathes a sigh of relief. Good save there by Paige Hartz.
Yeah, Paige, you had to get a right hand to that ball. I mean, a deceiving one because it just held up in the air there, but did well to get a right palm to the ball. Unfortunately, on the cutback delivery, nobody was in there hitting the near post, and then obviously the bounce, deceiving bounce, handball on Postma.
There's Pizzetti on the far side. That's picked up immediately by Kirsten Peterson. And a couple other Ankeny Hawkettes. Now Ankeny going to try to maybe push this one upfield. A run out for Isabel Squires. Now Squires all the way over to Paoli. Paoli trying to work her way around Eilinger as they'll battle back and forth for it. Now they reset back to Peterson, and all the way back they go. Ball in the middle here, Avery Taylor. Sets this one over to Squires. Squires aims and fires. It was touched last second. Good defense there by Centennial. Another opportunity for Sullivan with the left. She can't do it, and Ankeny Centennial is going to get out of it.
Was Emmy Becker with the block there? Crucial block.
Ooh, two players collide, going for a header. Everybody gets away clean. As Shapfeld hends that one off, and now all the way up the pitch they go. Boyle, though, waiting for it. Pizzetti running ahead. Chance for Centennial, a little bit, though, awkwardly off the leg of Piper Zeman, and Ankeny sends it back up the pitch. They'll try again. Zeman on the far side, but just can't get to it again. Too far out in front. A couple longer kicks ahead so far for both teams. I think just trying to...
Yeah, you can see Zeman there didn't want the ball to go up for a corner, so rather a throw-in than a goal kick.
Send it out.
Still able to lock in the Hawkettes into their own half.
This one's going to sit in the air a while. This one's finally going to get down. That's a really nice header by Emily Conger. Conger then fires again. Van Howling's the first one in the line of defense.
The Hawkettes sitting very deep. As you can see, Van Howling is out of your picture, was communicating to the midfield, the back line, just to stay tight, hold the lines. They're not really looking to push up. They're just limiting the amount of space and behind them by the looks of it, which is working so far because the ball is played in long over the top, which is going out for goal kicks.
Substitutions coming in. Jaden Jackson is in for Centennial along with Gabrielle Berger. And those are the only subs for Centennial. Still no substitutions for Ankeny. And we are well over 15 minutes gone by here in the first period. Boyle will line this one up. Jackson with the header. And cleared back down the pitch by Ankeny. And out it goes, back with the Jags. Nice quick first step there by Bergen. She's going to send this one over. And right back to her. Centennial, one of those teams, Justin, that it sure feels like, as their Paoli finally went for it, but they're just patient. They're just kind of waiting for their lane to go. And
yeah, they're sitting behind the ball. They're waiting for a mistake, waiting for some triggers to press and then take the opportunity. But look, they've got to squeeze up the lines in order to do that a little more, because the back forwards, they're in one line. They're either marking Pizzetti on their own. As you can see, that ball will roll through. They have to look, maybe get that ball into feet and combine. They have got the players to do it. The Hawkettes sitting so low.
Well, Pizzetti's got a lot of speed. I mean, you just saw it right there. So she's the one to do it. The wind gives that one a ride out, and Centennial gets it right back off the goal kick.
I wonder if she got the speed from Ryan.
It's possible.
I'm not sure about that.
Any of the Pizzettis.
Nah, I don't think she got it from Ryan Pizzetti. But, yeah, she's an athlete.
And a freshman on teams of this caliber, I mean, you got to be pretty good to make a starting roster here in the 3A level at a freshman.
Yeah, Kayla's very confident. She fears nothing at the end of the day. She'll just go out there and do a job, just believe in herself. It doesn't matter who she plays for. She'll just go and do it. And as you can see here, for a freshman, she'll go after everything, put in the challenges. Yeah. So I'll expect quite a bit out of her here tonight.
Isabel Squires also one of the ones that we see up front. Here's Paoli with the chance to go here for Ankeny. This is Sullivan.
Sullivan's sisters, possibly.
Yep, she's working over here to Steinkamp. Now back to the middle. Centennial's all over it, though. And now Postma with it.
Is Isabella Sullivan on the, I believe, coming into the game on the bench?
Possibly. All in the middle. Centennial's just going to back this one up. Paoli sits so deep in Centennial territory. Ball near side with Emery Becker, one of the captains. Up ahead, a chance for a goal that's just going to miss way right to McKenna Gray. Right idea for McKenna. Here comes the substitution. This is Abby Stetich coming in for Ankeny. And it looks like she's coming in for, I believe, Allison Hawkins. That is correct.
Yeah, Allison Hawkins and Scharfeld sitting in the midfield as the two holding midfielders, and you can see what they've just changed the extra player in there just to go in and sit.
Ball knocked out, stays with Ankeny. Trying to push this out of their own territory. They've been stuck back here playing defense most of the match.
So Abby Stedich has gone alongside Kyla Scharfeld in the midfield, and the two holding. They haven't really stepped out of position. They haven't gone forward. They're playing in that 4-2-3-1 shape with Paoli up front. Isabel Squires for the Hawkettes has allowed a little more freedom to go and support.
Yeah, we've seen her try it a couple times. It is a Centennial throw in here.
Emmy Becker just sitting as the holding midfielder.
Tried to get it to Postma, and she does get to it, but not in time. Once again, goal kick here for Ankeny. Just kind of knocking on the door, Centennial is. Waiting for a mistake. I think it was either last year or 2 years ago. Ankeny, the goalkeeper, rolled the ball out.
Yeah, it was a goal kick, and
they just fell asleep.
It was lined up, and it's just the pace of the ball just wasn't right. But I can see how it's set up here with the Centennial group just going back into it, the two up front. They're trying to show more inside than outside, so playing into the strengths.
Substitution coming in. Emily Conger is back in for Ankeny Centennial, and Madeline Postma checks out for her first break of the day.
Returning to the Jaguar lineup, number 20, Emily Munger.
Kicked out again. Centennial continues to throw in on the far side. Here's Pizzetti with it. She'll line it straight to Sophia Kephart, who is waiting in the middle. Ankeny trying to run. And they got some speed, too, with Isabel Squires.
They could get this ball forward here. It's 2v2.
Avery Taylor up ahead to Paoli. A chance for Ava, but well covered. And a goal kick is what they get out of it.
Avery Boyle did very well there on Paoli. Just jockeying her, didn't dive in. And as Paoli was trying to cut onto her right foot. But the positioning of Evie Boyle was fantastic. Did well. Good defending.
Rare opportunity there that time for Ankeny from what we've seen so far in the first 22 minutes. Boyle boots this thing back the other way, and now we shift fields here. Ankeny going to send it out. It's going to be Centennial ball. They want to run. Pizzetti hits the ground.
She's going to get the free kick.
Yeah, she did. I didn't know if they were or not, but
the thing is, it didn't look like it was intentional.
No, I think it was two legs just tripping over each other. So we'll take a look and see what happens here. Pizzetti's going to get the free kick. She's got the wind at her back here. Her and McKenna talking over how they're going to go about this.
McKenna Gray to her left. The short one is definitely on.
Pizzetti's kick, blocked down by Hartz. Had the right line, everything, just a little short, and Hartz is able to stop it.
Her angle was just a little bit off. She should have come at a different angle, more to her left, and whipped it round to the far post. As you look at this again, just didn't quite have the right angle. And if you're going to go near post, you've got to overhit it from that distance, even though you have the wind behind you.
Presley Sullivan up ahead here for Ankeny. But Centennial's defense all over it for the moment. McKenna Gray's all the way back here on defense.
Bergen did well there to keep the ball under pressure.
Centennial gets away. It seems like Ankeny, when they're kind of on the run, they're a little bit slower. So when they eventually get it to the middle, you got a ton of black jerseys there.
Yeah, just anticipation as well. Anticipate that situation might happen. You know, and Bergen just managed to get there. Take the chance.
Taylor still with it here. Jaden Jackson and company over there for Ankeny Centennial, and now Hawks just being pushed backwards. Again, kind of just dribbling it out. Isabel Squires was, but Centennial's ready to move. Got a substitution coming in, number 25. Allison Hawkins is back in, and out goes Presley Sullivan.
Stedich will come out to the right-hand side from what I've seen. So Hawkins goes back into the midfield with the double six with Kyla Sharpveld. Stedich out to the right-hand side.
McKenna Gray. She's kind of been everywhere. Now she's doubled up by Ankeny. Now up ahead to Paoli. Chance ahead for Squires. Can Taylor get there to turn it? She does. Squires there in the middle, but nobody else is there for Ankeny. And Centennial is going to get out of it. A lot of black jerseys, not a lot of white jerseys, as they were able to center it.
Trust your teammates. Trust your teammate that she's going to cut that ball back into the penalty area. Although Boyle did get her body in the way again, that could have been critical because Squires was onto it. But just be a little more aggressive getting into the penalty area. Take the chance because the cutback was perfect.
Abby Steinkamp will throw in here, and Paoli got bodied momentarily there. Who's it going to be with? Going to be with Ankeny. The white jerseys are headed back the other way. There we go. Get them back where they should be. Ava picked up by Boyle. Boyle hits the turf, trying to play defense. Another throw in here for Abby Steinkamp. They'd love to have a corner for how successful that first corner was. Steinkamp, or excuse me, that was Paoli. Boyle kicks it out, and there's your corner.
So just looking at out of your picture there, if the counterattack's on, okay, the extra players coming back because it was 2v2 with Jaden Jackson out of your picture and Pizzetti, who are up front, and that ball comes out. But they've got the extra player back to overload defensively, 3 versus 2.
Sophia Kephart is the one to kick here for Ankeny. The wind's coming at and going to move the ball left here. We'll see how she compensates for this. 13:20 to go here in the first half. Quick is on the way. It's a long one. And Riley Litchfield comes up and makes the grab after the attempted header.
Definitely looks for that ball in now because this could be dangerous.
Good stop.
Good defending there, Blake.
That was a really good stop. I believe, was that Kirsten Peterson, I think it was?
Yes, Kirsten Peterson under pressure there.
She was the last line of defense. If she didn't make that kick, Centennial was going to have a really wide open chance.
A sophomore as well. So another 2 years of Kirsten here at the Hawkettes.
Sophomore on the defensive end as a defender. That's tough. Piper Zeman's going to check in, and out goes Jaden Jackson. Zeman was on that far side most of this match so far. You're going to have a foul on Ankeny.
Zeman's gone up front as well. That's just the change there. Postma will probably come back into the game at some stage.
Boyle puts her right leg into it. Great header to get that thing cleared out. I believe that was Abby Steinkamp. Here's McKenna Gray. Room to operate here momentarily as it tags the near touchline, but Centennial ball.
That was a fantastic header from Steinkamp. That looks offside, well offside, but ball driven in by Boyle, an absolute fantastic header there. But lots of power behind it, into the wind as well.
Yeah. So that's 2 individually solid performances defensively there for Ankeny in the last 2 minutes to keep Centennial at bay. Free ball tossed. This one tiptoed along by Van Howling, and now Centennial
it's going to be a throw-in. Referee hasn't looked at his linesman yet. The linesman puts his flag down.
Interesting.
AR should have kept his flag up there.
And a foul is going to be called. Paoli getting chatted to by the head official. He was quick to get over there. He's like, I got to make sure something's said. That was kind of crazy.
I was going to say.
I thought he was going to give her.
That was quicker than Pizzetti.
I thought he was going to give her a yellow for something. I'm like, why?
Another great header.
Another great header by Steinkamp. That was really weird.
The ball's been driven into the penalty area from deep.
I tell you what, that wind's really helping Ankeny, or Ankeny Centennial. Ankeny will get to use that wind here in the second half. Gray backs this one up, and Boyle's got it. This one popped up. Looked like Poskovich got underneath of it instead of kind of hitting it flat-footed like she wanted to. Postman's going to check back in, and she is in for Gabrielle Berger. Good minutes by the freshman.
Yeah, Berger didn't quite catch that leaning back. She was off balance.
Nobody's home on this ball all the way down the pitch, and it's going to roll out and picked up by Hadley Bergen.
Although Centennial winning the ball off throw-ins, off the press, Ankeny is still breaking the press with the second pass. Obviously, the first from the goalkeeper, as you see here. They're forcing it from out to in. Again, it's driven forward. The flick-on's one, so it's the second ball there that has to be won from Centennial. Plus, the left left center back is right-footed.
Yeah. So
maybe show her to the left because she can drive a ball forward and look into the wind. Look at the areas that she's reaching right now.
Good jump in front by Squires over there for Ankeny. Hawks on a run out. Nope. Centennial jumps in front of it. Ankeny got way too far out in front. They thought the ball was going to get there before they had even kicked it.
It's well played from Posma, just holding the ball up. She did look to the far side, so it was covered.
Run up, centered. Cleared out again by Steinkamp. Here's Paoli near side. Now Steinkamp on the run. Still able to keep it rolling. She hits the deck, and a foul is called, and a yellow card's coming. There was a little bit of a tug on a jersey. Maybe that was what he was going for, but McKenna Grace gets thrown in the yellow card, so McKenna will go to the bench, and Jaden Jackson's going to check back in. Is it the jersey tug here that you think warrants it?
Yep.
So
just pulling her jersey. Referee did a good job there. Wanted to see what would happen from the advantage. Didn't happen. Pioli made a great run. Brought it back. So it was a good decision. I'm looking at this. The free kick. Will it go long? There's options to in the middle, as you can see. That hasn't been covered. You look at all the space in front of you. That would be an option, I would say. Now it's been covered.
Kephart kick into the wind. Caught up in front by both white and black jerseys, and now Squires just has to kick that one out to slow down Centennial here.
Yeah, Peterson was in the middle with open space. Obviously, with the rules and that, and the clock stopping and starting with the high school rules, you've got to wait, so the quick free kick isn't quite on.
Gray and Berger are back in for Centennial. Still 0-0, 6:50 to go here in the first. No score between these crosstown rivals. Gray backs this one up to Bergen. Now Bergen working her way upfield past a couple. Hadley still going, gets it ahead, and just missing the opportunity. Pizzetti knew she had Postma cutting down the pitch.
She was aware of it, tried to flick it around the corner. It was good defending. Defender just coming across the right leg there of Pizzetti.
I have a foul on Ankeny.
You both have the same shot.
So free kick here for Boyle with the wind, mind you. I'm looking on the far side at a couple Centennial players that could get this thing. Instead, she kicks it here this near side, and it's cleared out by Steinkamp.
Steinkamp with the third header.
She's everywhere. Substitution coming in. Rebecca Flick is in. And she's going to check in for Piper Zeman.
It's going to go wide on the right-hand side. Freshman, Rebecca Flick.
Boyle's going to get a long run up here.
Sven Howling heading the ball away. You can see that Ankeny are just holding their lines there. The ball's been driven in. They've dealt with the ball in the air. Kephart and Van Howling. Anything in the air they've dealt with.
Taken care of. Poskovich was the one over there. Now here's the throw in for Centennial.
She had 3 white jerseys round her. You can see it's so compact there.
Good clear out once again by the Hawkettes. Here's McKenna Gray hopping on top of this one. Good quick first move. Gray caught in the middle, and Van Howling sends this one high in the air. There's a look at the wind, because that thing just did not move.
Yeah, Gray took the extra touch. The pass should have gone in after her second touch. That's where the space was. Into
another good clear out. Here's Paoli and Boyle. Boyle sends it back the other way. And Hartz jumps on top of this one. It's 4:10 to go here in the first half. Still no score between these two. Centennial, it has been an offense-heavy game for them. Ankeny's been on their heels most of the first half, but give credit to the Hawkettes. They have locked down defensively, but not a lot of offense for themselves to be shown as a foul is called. This is not a bad spot for a free kick here for Pizzetti.
Pizzetti was ready to put that ball down and play, which she could have. The coach, Chris, told her, just hold on a sec. Let's see if we can use it. I love that quick one there. Pizzetti, you could hear her from up here. What? Got a bit of sassiness about her, hasn't she?
What was the stoppage for? Did we not? I don't know. The clock's still moving. Well, so now that Ankeny's seen it, are they going to let him do it again, or are they going to?
Well, kept out of the pictures, covering the space behind the wall just a little deeper.
Kick on the way, batted up in the air, off a couple hands awkwardly, and it is going to be a corner kick here for Centennial.
That's a better free kick from Pizzetti.
Yeah.
Difficult one to deal with from the goalkeeper, Paige Hart. Driven in.
Boyle is going to go from defending to the corner.
As you can see, you've got Postma out of your picture in front of the goalkeeper. 3 in the zone on the 6-yard box with the Hawks.
The wind is going to really carry this thing toward the goal here. As Boyle's just trying to figure out how she wants to line this thing up, killing a little bit of time too. We have 3:02 to go here in the first half. Boyle's kick on the way. Somebody got it there in the middle. Probably Steinkamp, if I had to guess. And now Ava Paoli on the run out. But there is nobody else around her. Ava waiting for a couple more, slowing things down. She's picked up by McKenna Grace. Ava still waiting, still waiting. McKenna Grace knocks it short. Now they go backwards to Steinkamp. Steinkamp's kick is high and to the left. The wind didn't give it a chance, and it's cleared out by Centennial.
Pioli did well there. She didn't panic at all in possession, but credit to the defender holding her off. I believe it was McKenna Gray. Just jocking Pioli off, didn't dive in, but also Pioli's got to think like the behavior of the defender is going to change once you're in the penalty area, because they don't want to give away a foul. They give away a penalty, so they're not really going to dive in. That's the moment she should have tried to take on the defender. Show in, out, get to the byline. You'd like to see players do that more on the dribble.
And Steinkamp had a pretty solid boot. The wind just caught it midair and shoved it way away from the goal. And now Ankeny will get it back here. Not anymore. Centennial gets it, and they want to go. Pizzetti heads it over to Postman, now up ahead. And all the way up, Paige Hartz makes the grab. Under a minute and a half to go here in the first half.
That's a good touch there from Pioli. Just wasn't aware of the defender on her right shoulder. Coming in was Becker.
There's Paoli again. Her and McKenna Gray get together, and a foul is on Paoli. You know, I want to believe maybe the official went up to Ava and was talking about, I mean, she's got a club. I mean, it's a literal club on her right hand. So when she's, you know, sticking her hand out, I mean, that's going to hurt a little bit more than a normal flesh hand's going to.
Yeah, it's, you know, they've got to be, the officials have got to test them to make sure and the required
right.
policy that goes with it. They're the ones that allow it, so.
This one did roll out before getting to a goal kick territory, so it is a throw-in. Here's Postma. Watch out here. She hits the deck.
I love that first-time ball that was played in there from Gray.
15 seconds left. Here's Gray.
Looking for that pass again.
Tried to get it to Pizzetti. Boyle knocks it ahead. Here's Gray again. Now Postma. And this one's going to roll out, and that will conclude the first 40 minutes of action. No score between these two. Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial locked at 0 as we are 40 minutes gone by. We'll take a break and come back for more halftime coverage in your second half upcoming. Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial here on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
At DeYarman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Ames, drive home a new 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn with 2.9% financing for 72 months and save up to $10,000. Plus, get Ram's best-in-class 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. DeYarmanAmes.com.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat and Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat and Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
At DeYarman Automotive Knoxville, right now, get a new 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn with 2.9% financing for 72 months and save up to $10,000 and get a best-in-class 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. DeYarman Automotive Knoxville.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial 0-0 here at halftime. Centennial came into tonight ranked number 3, Ankeny number 5. Blake Walker, Justin Forster with you here. Fun game so far. A lot of offense for Ankeny Centennial, but no goals. A lot of defense for Ankeny, but not a lot of offense to score. We'll take a look at replays here in a second, but this has been a fun one so far.
Yeah, I think a lot of factors are based on the wind. You know, we've got to get that ball forward, and I'm talking from a coach's point of view. We've got to get the ball forward, put it in their half, use the wind, get free kicks, get corners, instead of just playing your game.
Yeah.
Just play the way you normally play, get the ball on the ground. Centennial have those players. I think Centennial will be dangerous in the second half if they get the ball on the ground and then pass through the lines using Posma and Pizzetti effectively in those areas. The ball will hold up. I mean, but let's give credit to the Hawkettes. I mean, they sat in firm, compact. They won everything in the end, the penalty area. Won't really challenge. The ball was overhit. They're limited space and behind them. And Paige Hartz had a couple of saves to make, but that was about it, really.
Let's take a look at some replays here from a couple of the closer shots that we saw. This was really the biggest opportunity they had, Justin.
Yeah, it was in the first couple of minutes there. The shot coming in, it was blocked by Boyle. And, Pritchard was lucky on that one because I tell you what, that was going in the back of the net.
And then this one for Ankeny Centennial, this was a far corner kick that just fell short off the left post.
Yeah, it was a great in-swinger there from Zeman. Ball into the far post. But again, going in with the wrong foot, I would say, was Becker. She did well to get there, but get your left foot across the ball. She's right-footed, so naturally wants to get her right foot across the ball.
All right, we're going to take another break. I don't know why. I think we had a 15-minute, almost 20-minute halftime. We're racing the rain here. We'll take a break, and when we come back, more soccer here from Ankeny Stadium.
It's the declaration of deals at DeArmond Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Knoxville. Right now, get a new 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn with 2.9% financing for 72 months and save up to $10,000. Lease a new 2026 Jeep Wrangler Sport for just $229 a month, or step up in a new 2026 Jeep Gladiator for only $275 a month. And families, don't miss the new 2026 Chrysler Pacifica for just $315 a month. Hurry into DeArmond Automotive Knoxville or shop DeArmondCDJR.com.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat and Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat and Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
3, 2, action! Wilson Toyota and Ames is unlike any other car dealership in Iowa. At Wilson Toyota, we give you a financially rewarding, time-saving, and stress-free car buying experience. Earning your confidence with a value-oriented customer experience is what thousands of customers have come to understand as the Wilson experience.
She's getting better at this, making me so proud.
Wilson Toyota,
home of the Wilson experience.
At DeArmond Ford Indianola, save big on the Bronco family. Get up to $7,000 off on a new 2025 Big Bronco, or up to $6,000 off a new Bronco Sport. Own a Ford, get an extra $500 off most models. DeArmond Ford Indianola or DeArmondFord.com.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Welcome back to Ankeny Stadium. Here, Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial knotted at 0 here. One more half to go as teams starting to make their way back out onto the field. Storms are getting closer, Justin. That means the wind's going to really start picking up, as if it wasn't big enough already. But the wind direction should realistically stay the same. And now Ankeny has it at their back. Ankeny has struggled a little bit on offense. Does the wind being with them help them just a little bit now?
As long as there's no swirl in the wind and we don't have to worry, that might help a little more. It'll be interesting to see because I think Hawkettes might change their system. They were very much in a low block in a 4-2-3-1, looking to counterattack. They were effective at times with it, with Piola up front, holding the ball up. They might change things now to press forward. I still think it could change with the momentum with Centennial. If they get the ball on the ground and play to feet and move off the ball, it could change things. But we'll see. We'll see what the outcome is. We'll see if things have changed with Ankeny Hawkettes.
So the fields will take, or the teams will take the field here, switching sides. I believe our sun is probably going to be gone for the night, so overcast skies now. Ankeny Centennial on the boys' side leads 2-0 over Ankeny. I believe that's probably close to halftime, if not in halftime. So there's your update over there for the Jags. Jags looking for a sweep here tonight. And everybody will get in position here. Couple corner kicks were crucial there in the first half that just kind of missed off the mark. We'll see if we continue to see that here in the second.
It's a good point there because the chances came from set pieces, corners and free kicks. Pizzetti was quite effective with the last one. The corners have been effective. They've been put into good areas, but nothing really from passages of play.
Ankeny's defenders, specifically Abby Steinkamp, has been really good defensively. We'll see if it keeps up. We're underway, second half, 40 minutes on the clock. See who can get an advantage here between Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial.
Yeah, Steinkamp and Kephart at the back have been phenomenal so far. They've held their ground and dealt with Posma and Pizzetti.
Boyle just kind of waiting, seeing what she can get out of it here. She's picked up by Paoli. Has been a physical game in some aspects. We've seen a couple fouls called. One yellow card was administered to McKenna Gray. These girls know in a game low scoring like this, anybody can try to take an advantage.
Ankeny Hawkettes are shaped up in a 4-4-2 off the ball.
There's a long boot. One Ankeny player on the deck, and it's actually going to be a foul.
Squires pushing a little bit further up there with Ava Paoli.
Sophia Kephart's going to be the one to kick here for Ankeny. She's been the one to kick. She's clearly got the leg to do it. And here it is with the wind at her back. This is popped up in the air by Grace Poskovich. And it's Centennial, or excuse me, it's Ankeny ball here.
Again, the option was, it's like gaining ground. Get the ball forward. Is it going to be a throw-in or a corner? Let's take advantage of it. When the options are on to play into feet 10 yards away, entice the opponent, play the spare man, get him behind. Those options are on.
This one kicked ahead, but Zeman was way too up in front of it. Squires gets it poked away. Here's Zeman again. Going to be saved last second. It is out, though, and it is Ankeny ball.
Some feisty challenges coming in already.
They're getting a little physical here already. Kirsten Peterson to throw in. There's Paoli, well covered by Bergen, excuse me. And a foul is called on Bergen. So you're going to have the wind helping you here. How does Sophia Kephart line this thing up?
Well, the white jerseys are lined up on the far post, far side. She's got to get the line. I'm thinking on the ground, in that space, right there.
I mean, there's a lot of...
Make that run. Not in the air, on the ground.
Well, in the air. It works. It works.
You know, but those are little solutions players need to come up with. All right.
So you think
there was
ground and then a chance for, I think it was Avery Taylor who was close by to possibly.
Yeah, but look at how the Centennial lined up defensively. They didn't have anyone in that space zonally. Right, so recognize that. One of the players within the mix there on the far post, see those chances, make the run into the near post, drive the ball on the ground. But again, it's to do that and just go into the goalkeeper, Litchfield's probably going, thank you very much.
Just a simple one-on-one stop. She spent the entire half working on said stopping with a teammate. Here's a look at the replay of it.
Yeah, as you can see this.
There's going to be nobody here. It's just a mano-a-mano.
And I think, you know, looking at that, Kephart tried to catch Litchfield off a line. But if you're going to do it, you've absolutely got to drive that ball in with a bit of bend and dip and whip on it, as they say.
Another chance here off a corner kick, again for Austin, but this one is into the wind.
It's going to be an outswinger, which is, there's the near post run, as you can see if that.
High up in the air, and Litchfield catches it, but boy, she got clobbered in the side by her own teammate, but she gets up just fine.
Litchfield did very well there. Very well to hold, and she held on to the ball. As you look at this.
Allison Hawkins comes running in.
Beautiful
She was that
ball
who we were talking about.
That was the ball into Hawkins on the ground. with pace, and again, all she'd have to do is just clip around the corner. But look at that save there from Litchfield. Credit to her on that. Held on to the ball as well.
McKenna Gray on a run out, and Gray kicks this one up ahead to Pizzetti. Pizzetti eyes downfield to Postma.
See how the ball held up there in the wind? That's
that's an issue. Postma then tries to go back behind her. If that was the first half and you switch that scenario, I'd say Centennial's got a chance for Postma to be one-on-one. Instead, it goes backwards.
But how the ball held up is in the first half, that would have carried on. It would have gone straight into the hands of Paige Hart, sorry. There was a great opportunity. The ball played into feed. It was played from Pizzetti. The combinations were good. The cheeky little back heel there from Postma.
Zeman popped up in the air. Postma tries to get there, but she can't. She wanted a foul. She's not going to get it, and it's a goal kick.
It's worth the appeal, but definitely not a foul. Good ball played in here from
Zeman.
Right foot, far post. Postma did well to reach for it. Yeah, she has a point, but I can't see the official giving a free kick there.
Especially in a game like this that has been so tight for a penalty kick. Keep it physical. Peterson with it here for Ankeny. Ooh, somebody got a shin, and that was number 22, Poskovich.
Good officiating there. The official said play on, didn't call it back, and that's what the fans want to see is some advantage played. Good challenge in there.
Boy, what a save by Bergen. Bergen keeps it in, and now sent back ahead by Poskovich. Grace is everywhere now. Poskovich goes right back to the middle. Pizzetti going to line up and fire, but misses to the right. It does fall in the lap of Zeman, who then awkwardly tosses this one right to the goalkeeper, Paige Hartz.
If I asked Pizzetti after the game, was that a pass or a shot, she's going to tell me that was a pass. She was meant to do that. But credit, the wind. You see how the wind drew
just
it away.
made that thing drop in the air. It looked like a pass.
That's for sure. As you look at this again, it was a shot.
And there was the attempt by Zeman.
Zeman coming in on the far post.
Here's Taylor, hounded by Conger, and I'm going to say it was below, so play on.
Taylor not too happy about that challenge. Shrugs it off.
I was going to say, Pizzetti's, there we go back. They kept walking down the field. Now here's Pizzetti. In the middle, got around for a moment. Zeman
got a timing right on the bounce and should have picked that up off the shoulder.
Piper now going to retrace her steps here. Backs this one up. Got to watch out here. Paoli's just waiting for an opportunity on a run out.
Same back four for the Hawkettes. Nothing's changed with Peterson on at left back. Kephart, center back with
Hawkins. That one up the far touch line is going to be a throw-in once again for Centennial. Here's Boyle.
Van Houweling at center back. It's a solid duo back there with the two center backs, and then on the far side, Abby Steenkamp. That's a South African thing. We say Steenkamp.
Steenkamp.
Yeah, so trying to get that over the years, it's started to work.
Out. Thought maybe a handball. Centennial ball here on the near side. 31-17 to go here in the second half. That one going to be kicked out. We'll be back with Centennial. Or excuse me, this is going to be Ankeny ball. Kirsten Peterson's going to be the one to throw in here. She just throws backwards to Sophia Kephart.
Out of your picture, Evie Boyle is playing very, very deep. Similar to like a sweeper, as you can see on the ball now.
Boyle just barely got rid of it, but it falls right into the lap of Presley Sullivan. Sullivan sends this thing up the pitch. And now Ankeny has to deal with Ankeny. Centennial dealt with is that any short kick's going to be taking a while with the wind, and it rolls out of the back. It's goal kick. Riley Litchfield will be the one to send it back out. 2 goals given up all year, just in 4 games for Ankeny Centennial, all off for Litchfield. He's done a
Percentages are pretty high.
Yeah,
I believe 81%.
Free kick here opportunity. As here is Kephart. This is a really good chance here because the wind's pretty much right where she would want it to be. Middle of the field wide open here. We'll see if Ankeny sends anyone running. Here's Kephart. It's a shorter one right into traffic. And Centennial's able to get away.
From that distance, I believe Kephart could have overhit that. Aim for the far post, bend the ball in so it swings in towards Litchfield and then get your challenges in. It's just getting the right texture on the ball, the right delivery.
Ankeny's offense definitely has looked better here in the second half. It's kind of been more even in terms of who has possession more.
But again, when you think about the pace up front with Pizzetti,
Centennial's got it better than Ankeny does.
I think when Jaden Jackson comes into the game as well, she'll offer a threat.
Punched out by Peterson. The wind says, nah, not yet. And it keeps it in. Now we roll out. Bergen here on the backside, picked up by, or Paoli also there. Bergen's done a great job covering Ava most of the day. Pizzetti trying to do it on her own here, but there's 4 white jerseys there.
Good defending from Kephart. Didn't quite work out. Van Houweling trying to clear her lines, but
Abby Steinkamp clears that one, and it'll be Litchfield going back to get it.
Okay, it's not pushing up the field. They're just holding back. It's still in the same shape in a 4-2-3-1. As you can see up here, just waiting for the triggers and on mistakes and when to press. Here's a spare player on the near side.
Chance to push.
Josie Eilinger.
Here's Emily Conger. Beautifully placed, but Postma got a little bit behind it. Madeline has to reset. And here comes Gray from the backside. Zeman's going to drop into her lap. That's Peterson who covers her. And that's great defense by Peterson.
2 good passages of play there from Peterson. Stepping in to win just a deflection on the first and then toe poking on the second. Just getting the timing right. And Zeman showing too much of the ball to Peterson.
Eilinger is the one to throw in. Now back to Josie. Trying to get to the edge. And did she get a corner kick out of it? Yes, she did. Perfectly placed it off of the shin of Kirsten Peterson. And now Centennial's got a chance.
And Peterson again there. Eilinger's got a bit of pace as well. Trying to get past.
The thing for the kick here is that the wind's going to want to take this thing to the left and out. So we'll see what Gabrielle Berger can do. Postma is in the goal. Now she comes running out. Somebody for Ankeny got a hand on it. Postma puts it in! Off the header, and Centennial takes the lead.
From absolutely nothing. Decent corner played in. Ball was cleared. Good header played up. As we look at this again, great delivery, an in-swinger. Postma coming off the goalkeeper, cleared away. Goes back into the mix, just side-footed. And there is Postma, unmarked. All she had to do is flick it over Paige Hartz's head. And this is going to be interesting now. Is the shape going to change? 26 minutes to go. Is the shape going to change with the Hawkettes? 1-0 down. Are they going to take some risks? Maybe not right now. They'll see how the game plays out. But what a fantastic goal there.
That was unbelievable. Unbelievable header. And Hart's just ran up because she's like, there's no way this thing's probably going to – I thought for sure it was just going to go over the goal. And I think maybe that wind helped out just a little bit, that it caught it up in the air just a little bit more.
Just perfect. Right place, right time. Postma didn't have to move. Side foot that was played in, straight back into the mix, the flick on.
It's her team now, well, was leading anyway, but 5th goal of the season for Madeline Postma. You talked about it before we started, but she tore her ACL back in August. Didn't need your feet there, didn't need your legs there on that goal, but boy.
I'm happy for her, to come off an ACL injury and now back into the squad here.
This is 4-on-4. That ball should stay in as Steinkamp races over to meet Postma. Kicked out. Whose is it? Corner.
Clever play from Postma. Experience. Up against Abby Steinkamp. Just looking for the corner, and here's another chance for them off a set play.
If you're Ankeny and Coach Mason, you can't let that mess with you, because now, you don't want things to just start avalanching.
Yeah, I'm sure he's down there with his assistant right now just discussing what should be done now, when to take the chance. I'd look to do it pretty soon here.
Boyle. Kick on the way. Another high kick up, or high header up in the air. That ball does stay in play. Kicked out. Is it a corner again, or is it just going to be a throw-in? It's a throw-in here for McKenna Grace. Taylor trying to keep it in. There we go. Knocked out by Peterson, so another throw-in.
Taylor just laying it back to Peterson, who clears it out.
Knocked out. Centennial again. Gray throws in. Here's that's Berger in the middle.
Berger did well to shield it. Hawkettes just can't seem to clear their lines right now at the moment.
Jaden Jackson's going to check in for Madeline Postma, and Postma's going to get a round of applause here by the home crowd as she comes off.
Credit to Chris Allen. He's managing Postma's time.
She's looked good. You never know.
She's looked very fit, recovered well. You saw that last piece there where she sprinted down the line, got to the ball.
Ankeny just keeps sending this back the other way. Centennial keeps on staying.
If we knew who was working with the recovery, we'd definitely give them credit on here, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Shout out to the trainers. Far line over there, that's Poskovich. Backs this one up to Boyle.
Poskovich just holding the ball up, did the right thing going back into Boyle, just keeping it.
Gray knocked it ahead, and Hartz comes up. Boy, Jaden Jackson made up a lot of ground in a short amount of time. Fell just short there. Good boot back the other way by Hartz. Pressure's on for the Hawkettes here. They got plenty of time. 22 minutes to go. Here's Boyle. Going to send this one out.
Just checking over left shoulder, right shoulder, and Pioli was right there. Did the right thing. Could have shielded it up for a goal kick. Like to see goalkeepers get involved more with, Litchfield calling for it, and she just plays it back into her, and Litchfield plays out the other way.
Throw in that nobody had a chance at as Litchfield comes up and makes the grab. And we now toss it here to this far near side of the pitch. Not a lot of white shirts down here.
I like what Litchfield did there, just switching play.
Bergen sends that one all the way to the other side. Boyle directing traffic up ahead. Now here's Taylor. Taylor tried to get it to Paoli, awkwardly off the leg of Squires, and Litchfield's got it again.
Centennial building out in a 4-3-3, sometimes a 4-4-2, keeping a double 6 holding in the midfield, similar to what the Hawkettes did in the first half. They do have 3 up front right now. It's a good ball from Eilinger, just played into the central area, and this could be a problem.
Yep, that's going to be tough because here goes Pizzetti, but she's up against Steinkamp. That's a really fun battle. Steinkamp trying to stay in front, and it's going to be a goal kick out of all of that.
Abby Steinkamp did very well there. Pizzetti trying to get a body across Steinkamp. Steinkamp got there first, just shielding the ball out. I believe a free kick's been given. Interesting.
Well, they did give it a free kick.
That was an interesting call.
Here's Paoli here in the middle. 3 white jerseys and how many? About 6 black jerseys. And Boyle outdigs her there defensively.
Just waited for the moment.
Nice kick ahead by Poskovich. And here is Pizzetti. Stopped by Van Houweling.
Van Houweling did well there to block it.
Another center chance. Kicked out by Kephart.
5 Centennial players were behind the ball in the halfway line, just out of your picture there, just to stop any counterattacks.
Poskovich doing a good job playing keep away as Pizzetti centers that one, cleared out by Squires, or Peterson, excuse me. Out it goes, will stay with Centennial. With under 20 minutes to go, halfway through the second half, Jags lead 1-0.
They'll be quite content to hold the ball and play it between the two at the back here.
Here's Bergen. Up ahead, Poskovich. Grace trying to work her way through a couple defenders.
Poskovich turned. There was no options for her. On the far side there was with Jackson. She should have just stepped into the space, called for it at feet instead of running away from it.
Peterson fires that one with the left, and easily making the grab is Riley Litchfield.
Another good turn there from Grace Poskovich. She's on the spin, did one to the right earlier on, now to the left inside. The defender just touched tight, way too close.
Got a foul called. So it'll be a free kick here for Kephart. Poskovich up the far side. Here's Jaden Jackson. Pizzetti staying aggressive. Centennial, you talked about it, plenty of players back, but they're still with just the same amount of players putting a ton of pressure on Ankeny defensively. It's a tough spot for the Hawkettes to be in.
Yeah, and the Hawkettes aren't pushing players forward right now. And maybe Coach Mason will wait until the 8-10 minutes left in the game. Sometimes you got to take risks, but again, you take your chances. You think about if the defenders would have pushed off the line, would Postmo have scored that goal? Would there have been a challenge on it? That was way too much time and space. I think she was surprised when the ball came to her head and she flicked it over the keeper's head. So, but it's a game of moments, percentages. Eiling has had a good game today.
Yes.
At right back, just been steady.
Steinkamp, she's everywhere. Now she's all the way up near the front. She's going to be the one to throw in here. She decides to go along with the throw. This is Kyla Schapfeld, who can't get to it, so Postma sends it back the other direction. And Pizzetti with the header. I have a foul called. Ankeny ball. 16:20 to go here in the second half. Jags trying to hang on here or maybe grab a little bit of insurance here. That ball, nobody touched it. Goes all the way with the wind.
Ball driven direct. It was like it was just hit with no options. Where there are options to play short, Blake, you know, it's...
Well, in games like this, Justin,
It's quite frantic
are you
at
looking
times.
past the short options? I mean, your eyes are downfield, and you're like, you know.
Yeah, but also, you know, your teammates have got to want the ball, come
Yes,
in and demand
yes.
the ball. It depends how you provoke the opposition, take risks. You know, it's not really a risk. Most of these players play at a level at club.
Right.
You know, where that's demanded sometimes from coaches.
Postma on top of it as well. Here's Eilinger. Hands this one off to Berger.
Berger did well there. Nifty bit of footwork, just twisting and turning.
And have a foul on Steinkamp. I'm sure for Ankeny it's going to get frustrating here in the final 15 minutes if Ankeny Centennial just keeps tossing this thing back between their defenders. And
well, if they keep the ball, just keep possession.
Right.
You know, and just pass it and shift the Hawkettes, I mean, from left to right. And just be patient and provoke. Eventually you're going to find the spare player. Like I'm seeing it now there. Just the pressure coming in. Wasn't quite read there by Berger, I believe. But look at Eilinger again there, just getting a body in. I've been impressed with Eilinger.
Yeah, stepped right in front of Paoli, and Paoli gets whistled on the foul. There you can see that cast that she's got on her arm.
But what I've enjoyed about Eilinger is she's won the ball. She's either won a foul, so you keep possession.
Yep.
She's won the ball, kept the ball, and passed the ball. When she's had the ball, kept possession, she's found the pass. Playing in at a fullback on the right-hand side here, I mean,
that could have been disastrous for Ankeny Centennial, but nobody was home for the Hawkettes. As that one just kind of awkwardly dribbled off Hadley Bergen's foot.
Postman's back in the game, drifting out to the left-hand side in the 4-3-3 with two deep sixes, and this is what the Hawkettes need to do now is wait for those opportunities there. There's a chance to win the ball. Pioli didn't quite get it.
Tried to get it ahead to Postma. Now Hawkettes still trying to push here in the middle. Up ahead, a chance for Squires. Couldn't quite get there. Paoli tries to stick a foot in, but Centennial's just got black jerseys everywhere.
Abby Steinkamp playing that ball between the lines, I believe. Make sure I get that right. Give credit to the right person, to be honest with you.
Gray still backing up. Down goes Steinkamp. We play on. It is different. You know, I see some teams, Justin, get in this position, and any chance they get, they just punt it back down the field. It's a far clear. But Centennial's just not doing that.
Yeah, that ball that was played in earlier into Squires, luckily the cover came across from Boyles. Boyles didn't head that. But Boyles came across and covered.
Yeah.
But it was the initial line-breaking pass that was played into Squires. Perfect first touch. Evie Boyle came across and won it, but it was very good defending cover from Boyle. But that could have been a chance if the touch was right, which was perfectly what the initial touch Squires wanted to do. The second touch should have been a shot.
Not a lot of balls in the air for Centennial.
This is much better. It's
and
a little more entertaining, to be honest with you.
And with the wind like it is, there's no reason to put it in the air.
Yeah, not at a frantic stage. Look at this. The ball's been picked up between the lines by Squires. Now, in that moment, into feet, that type of pass overhead is going to go out for a throw-in. But this is much better.
Yes. Getting darker here at Ankeny Stadium. We close in on 10 minutes here shortly. The hope is that this thing finishes before we possibly get a lightning strike in the area and everybody can get out of here before the storms hit, but it is getting significantly darker as we race the rain. Bergen sends this one up the near side, and it's out.
It's going to be a goal kick there. Peterson driving the ball forward.
Goal kick here for Litchfield. Paoli trying to get something done over there, and now a throw in here for Ankeny. They're going to make these last 10 minutes really tough on Ankeny Centennial's defense here, as the throw in upcoming for Peterson. Centered and skied high by, I believe that was Squires down there.
Squires pouncing on the opportunity. Peterson with the throw in. Just played back in. And Squires just showing the determination to get to that ball first.
Far side ball here for Ankeny, knocked back with Allison Hawkins. Taylor shorted that kick. Now Taylor with another chance. Good step in front. I think that was McKenna Gray. Paoli maybe with the chance, but she just missed the opportunity.
That could be a shot in the penalty area.
You thought maybe there was a foul up against?
In the penalty area,
yeah,
it looked like it, but
I couldn't see who it was, and now we got a whistle on Ankeny. Tugging of the jersey. I couldn't quite tell, but I did see someone go down, and then it was close.
It was close. Obviously, the referee had a better visual of that. Could have been the ball first, but it was definitely a close call on that. However, as the floodlights are now coming on,
yeah.
The sun's gone down.
Yeah.
The storm coming in.
Storm coming
9 minutes to go.
Buckle
this
up.
could be a thrilling end.
Here's Centennial with it. A trip over the feet by Berger. Paoli popped up in the air. Hawkins couldn't get out in front of it. That's Taylor running over to go get it. Out, whose ball? Ankeny ball. Rebecca Flick, the freshman, is back in the match for Ankeny Centennial. Throw in here from the far corner. Ball in the middle. Paoli didn't go for it as Boyle knocks it to the other side. Here comes another throw in to Peterson, or for Peterson.
I sense the panic with Centennial right now at the back, just swinging at the ball.
That's going to be a corner. So here comes Kephart, going to run up.
It's going to be an in-swinger. Kephart can deliver. Puts a bit of bend on this. It could drop in. See all the white jerseys again drifting in at the far post.
So here's Kephart. On the way, going to go way over the goal. It is saved in by Steinkamp momentarily, but Centennial's got the advantage and is going to kick this thing out.
It was lofted it rather than driven in with a bit of bend and texture on it, especially in these conditions. Just get the bend on the ball. The ball that's just drifting in the air is good, easy to deal with. And here we have another corner.
Yeah, that was a good bait that time by Abby Stedich. All right, Kephart now kind of into the wind. The wind's kind of dying down, so I don't know. I keep looking at those flags. I mean, you never know.
When you say the wind dies
dying
down, that sends me into another kind of thinking over there.
Kick on the way, headed by Boyle. Nicely done. And cleared out by Pizzetti. Centennial's defense just continues to hang tight.
The wind dies down. Then the cold wind comes in.
Yeah. Centered over. Squires and Peterson going back and forth.
Yeah, just looking for the combination. There was a lot of black jerseys around the ball there. Just didn't quite find the gaps between the lines.
Kephart tries to fit it to Paoli, but she misses it off the side of her foot.
Eilinger did well there, just blocking it. Shifts from right foot to left foot, playing the ball around the corner, shows she can use both feet.
Squires thought she might have contact. Paoli tries to take a swing, no good. Everybody hitting the turf. And just like that, Centennial gets away. Here's Van Howling, last line of defense, going to kick this thing back up the way. And Centennial will have a throw in.
Centennial putting their body on the line there with Berger. And then the second block coming in from Poskovich.
I've probably had Bergen and Berger.
Just showing their determination.
Mistaken twice tonight. So here's your throw in for Centennial. Under 5.5 to go here in this one. I'm just going to say right now it was a great call by the Ankeny ADs to put the boys game at Centennial because there is no way we would have gotten the whole boys game in.
Yeah, it would have been cleared out, to be honest with you. Great decision.
Van Howling whiffs. Now gets it back to Kephart. Now Ankeny's defense is on their hind legs here, and that's not really where you want to be.
Yeah, Van Howling looking for Kephart. Kephart had options in front of her, but again, it's the communication from the midfield players and Sharpveld and Hawkins.
Postma. Gonna hang on defensively there. Here's a throw in.
Postma killing time there with 4:30 to go.
Yeah, this is exactly where you want to kill time if you're Ankeny Centennial. Zeddy's kick is caught and now back up in the air. Gonna have a foul on Boyle. Thought maybe they just, okay, foul was, I don't know. I don't know where the foul was.
There's a clever little flick around the corner. Disguise pass.
It is raining. It wasn't even raining on the radar. Even better for the final 4 minutes. 4 minutes left, and the skies are opening up. They're trying to get this thing to Paoli, but she is well covered by Eilinger. Peterson up ahead, kicked up, and out by Postma. Boy, Pizzetti, if she can get a good bounce. She's got the header on Van Howling, but Van Howling just trying to back things up. And a foul is called.
Pizzetti looking for a piggyback ride there with that challenge there, but Van Howling did very well defensively, just getting her body across Pizzetti, knowing that she's got pace on her. I love that ball around the corner there from Zeman into Pizzetti.
We haven't called Zeman's name a ton here in the second half. That one's going to go out. It will be Ankeny ball. Over 3 minutes to go.
That first time ball. Just around the corner. Then you go in and support it. Look for the combination.
I did check the radar. Thankfully, this is just a very tiny little green cell before the big storm hits. So we should be good to finish. 2:50 to go. Here's Zeman staying on the attack for Ankeny Centennial. Again, she can just hold this ball. Zeddy turns and fires up and out. Goal kick. Paige Hart says, we got to go. Feel like those two corner kicks were Ankeny's probably best shot here in the second half and just couldn't quite figure it out. It's going to take something big here in the final 2 minutes.
In the first 2 minutes, that was a great opportunity. And that's when you catch teams sleeping. You know, you're just coming into the game. You haven't quite psychologically got into it. It's moments of slight fatigue. It takes time, and that's when you can get shocked. And it's not based on the warm-ups or anything. It's first 5 minutes of the game, and that's why you see at a higher level kickoffs going into the bottom corner and then teams pressing them just to catch them off.
Going to have a stoppage here for a substitution. Gabrielle Berger is going to check in, so the clock does stop with 1:53 to go. Throw in here for Centennial. Couple players hit the turf. At this point, you might just be looking for a free kick if you can get one. Here's Steinkamp trying to get around Gray. Kicked out, and it will be a corner. So this, realistically, Justin, might be the last chance. 1.5 minutes to go.
Steinkamp's done well out on the far side. She's shown a little bit of skill, taken on her defenders, caused a threat.
This is Kephart from the corner. Kick on the way. Headed out. Is it another corner? No, it is off Ankeny, and it is a goal kick.
Just came off Abby Steinkamp at the far post, and you can see why she's up there for the set pieces. She stayed high as a 9.
1 minute left. Here's Peterson on the throw-in. Trying to get it into Steinkamp. Postma clears upfield. That's going to be Ankeny ball. Last gasp here for the Hawks as Kephart's got it here. She might as well just try to shoot. She does. Kick on the way. Drops into the lap of Riley Litchfield. With 30 seconds to go, she's going to have to go against the wind, but she gives it a good boot.
Riley Litchfield did very well there. It's a difficult one. It looks easy, but it's dipping into her. She pulled off that fantastic save off the corner, got both hands to it, held it.
Ball goes long, 15 seconds left. Paige Hartz sends it back the other way. Good header on the other side by Bergen. And that will do it. Ankeny Centennial defeats rival Ankeny 1-0 thanks to her, number 15, Madeline Postma, the header to win him here for Centennial.
Yeah, credit to Postma. Like we said, in August of last year with the ACL injury, comeback. She scored 5 goals in 5 games.
Yeah.
We'll just call it that,
yeah.
5 and 5.
Averaging a goal per game.
Leading the team, but, you know, credit Ankeny Hawkettes back in the game. They've got a quality side. The expectation is to see both these sides at state, and I believe they'll be there.
I think it's going to be a fun matchup to look forward to. For everyone on our production staff, he's Justin Vorster. I'm Blake Walker. We say so long from Ankeny Stadium, where Ankeny Centennial defeats rival Ankeny 1-0. Thanks for